you, Your Excellency Ambassador, dear honorable guests. At such important meetings like this, I used to say that we are on the very special time because the Ministry of Digital Affairs is working on the digital strategy, on the first Polish regulation on the AI, and we are preparing for the Polish presidency. However, time flies, and today we can say that we have already prepared the draft of Polish digital strategy. We have already prepared the first piece of AI legislation, and we are prepared for the Polish presidency. So the time we are right in is even more important than a couple of weeks ago. And that's why I'm really glad to be here, and thank you for the invitation, because today's discussion is one of the opportunities, and because of the time, maybe one of the last opportunities to give an input to our digital strategy, to our AI legislation before it will be adopted by the Polish government, by the Polish parliament. So we are on the crossroads where we will choose in details in which way go in terms of AI in Poland. And that's why I'm so thrilled to be here, and I'm looking forward to hear presentations did by great professors and entrepreneurs, because that's what it's about. I believe that disruptive technologies as AI need to be planned and need to be introduced in the close cooperation between the government and the ecosystem, because the other way it will not happen. And we need to do that because great challenges that countries, especially governments, still don't know how to cope with, to be honest. Because we are aware that pushing the legislation, the implementation of the European AI Act will be the breakthrough in the AI. But we are aware that countries, governments are not prepared for such quick technological change as we have today with AI. We will adopt legislation, unfortunately, which will be not suitable for the technology, for example, in the perspective of 6 months, a year, or 2 years. Because we are in the world where the legislation is not answering the daily challenges because of the technological change. And in the future, the technology will change only faster. And our countries, our governments will not work only faster because of the rule of law, because of the consultations. We will not be keeping up. That's why we need to make this architecture of the AI, which is elastic enough to answer those challenges. And those challenges are at least of two kinds. First kind, economic and infrastructure one. The second challenge is in the area of society, of our labor rights, of our copyright. And in terms of the first challenge, in Poland we want to focus on measuring and forecasting, first, computing resources, second, the energy supply. Because we are fully aware that talking about using AI by hundreds of thousands of Polish companies is great and quite profitable for our future. But when, for example, 1 million Polish companies start using AI, we need to think about our energy supply, because we don't want to have the peak of our AI use and the blackout of our energy system second later. So that's what we are preparing for. And we also are preparing for the first, how to properly measure, and secondly, how to develop our computing resources all around the country. The second challenge is about the societal change. Couple of us probably heard about the case of Krakow Radio, which hired AI to run the whole radio and fired all journalists from there. This is the case that we are looking for the AI and human cooperation equilibrium. And we feel that we are not there, because we feel that AI needs to be an advantage for the people, not the other side. They are to implement, AI is to implement us, not to change resources 100% from human to AI. That's why the wise implementation of not only AI Act, but also the Council of Europe regulations is so vital. And I'm also glad that Switzerland is preparing for that implementation of those regulations. And I also declare the full cooperation and finding the new areas of our mutual interest in the AI and other such technologies. And we have great opportunities to not only implement regulations, but spread our common ideas because of the Polish presidency. As I already said, we are prepared for the presidency since January the 1st, but we are still waiting for the new commissioners' hearings, which will take place in the following weeks. And we already filled our expectations to the new commission. We filled our expectations not to have a bunch of new regulations, but we expect at least one document from the European Commission. And this is the AI apply strategy. Because we see that we have enough regulations which we need to implement now wisely. What we are lacking of is the investment strategy. The strategy to coordinate all our spending in 27 countries of the European Union and other countries like-minded. Because we see that with 27 small budgets, we are not getting to shaping the AI revolution globally. We need to coordinate and we need to cooperate with other countries. That's why I'm looking forward for our meeting next year in May in Szczecin, great city in northern Poland, where we, as Polish presidency, will host the Global Diplomacy Conference, where we will not only be hosting 27 EU countries, not only will host our friends from Switzerland, but also we will be hosting our like-minded partners for all around the world, like Japan, Singapore, Canada, representatives of ITU, the UN agendas, and other countries. Because we see that there is a strong need of making our rules, our regulations, and our standards global. Because we can do our homework in the European Union and countries associated. However, the internet is global and the AI revolution is global. That's why it will be so crucial to tell our story also to our partners. And this is also still the opportunity and still a window to talk about our AI strategy. especially when I was proud of making our digital strategy done. This is the first document in the history of Poland of this kind, the horizontal AI digital strategy. Then I already got to know that Switzerland has its own digital strategy updated every year. So that's the proper policy making. That's the proper strategy perspective. And this is, of course, the inspiration for us. And I hope that we will get many other inspirations during this conference. And as we talked with Excellency's ambassadors before this meeting, we already have met a couple of times, already exchanged our views, and I believe that those opportunities of making our strategy, of doing Polish presidency, will give us many other opportunities and will establish a stable contact, and we will sum up new challenges, but also new answers for that challenges at the next Polish-Swiss conferences like that. And that's what I wish for, not only for me, but to all of you, and I wish you a great discussion. And as I said, I'm looking forward to hear great voices from academia, from entrepreneurs, because that's what the policy making is about. It's about changing views, and it's about inspiration. So now is the most important part. So I will stop talking and I will start to hear you. That's the most valuable for me. Thank you very much.